What you're about to witness right now is one of the most pivotal calls that I had with my mentor, Bob Proctor, that took me from 0 to 100,000 a month in less than 45 days. I'm literally asking Bob, how does the subconscious mind work? How does repetition play a part in this? Now, I'm gonna be completely honest, 99% of you are gonna watch this video and get absolutely no results. And how do I know? Look at your history. You've probably been watching videos like this for some time, and have you really quantum leaped? Be honest with yourself, most of you haven't. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna teach you exactly how I took this lesson, integrated into my life very quickly, and repeated the success multiple times, 2 businesses now to 7 figures. So let's get straight into what Bob Proctor said on how to use the subconscious mind.
I have just unmuted you.
Oh, hello, can you hear me?
I can.
Sure
Go
can.
ahead.
Awesome. So my question is this. So I'm a TIR consultant. I'm going through the second round of the program, and actually we're on paradigms. We just started
You're cutting out.
in repetition. What are some examples of what we can do to really emphasize this and practice repetition? Is it, writing it down every single day? Is it meditation every day? Can you hear me?
Yeah. No, I think what you want to do is find something that you would like to do and then do it every day. I got the Prudential of America to buy into two ideas. The sales staff, I did this right across the country. It raised the sales by hundreds of millions of dollars. I got all the salespeople to be in front of a prospect every day by 9 a.m., ask every prospect to purchase $100,000 worth of insurance. I said, you don't even have to sell it. Just ask them to buy. You got to be in front of somebody by 9, ask them to buy. Now, when you do that over and over and over, what you're doing is you're altering your paradigm, but you're forming a damn good habit. And it's result-oriented. It's the repetition that'll keep you doing it. So if you're going to do something repetitiously, tie it into an action that produces a result you want. Does that help?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Thanks, DeAndre. Bob, this next question is from
Yes, sir. What's going on, family? It's your man, Mr. Law of Attraction. And congratulations to making it to this part of the video. 99% of people will just watch that content and literally get no results. So now in this section, I'm going to teach you exactly how I integrated it, because that was 4 or 5 years ago. So shout out to you, Bob Proctor. Rest in peace. You changed my life. And I actually did what he told me. So you know how he said that you're supposed to get in front of somebody by 9 a.m.? Like at the time, and if you see it on the multiple times on my channel when I was with Bob Proctor, he would say the same thing. It's kind of funny. But now, 5 years later, I understand what I did. So check this out. So first thing I want to talk about is this. So this is my calendar. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys can see this because the glare, I actually have the sun behind me. If not, I'll put like a little screen share. That's actually better. So I'll put it right here. So you see this right here? This is my calendar that's fully booked out after applying what I learned from Bob Proctor. So let's talk about what he said and what I actually did. Okay, so I asked Bob, how does repetition work? And he says that to change the subconscious mind, we need to tie a certain action, which is a habit, that produces results. So a lot of you guys are doing a meditation thinking like that's gonna produce results. That's not how this fucking works, dude. Like you're gonna have to go out there and work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tie a certain action that produces a habit to do it repetitiously to reprogram the identity, which will then change the subconscious mind. Follow the flow here. So here's what I did. So I knew as a consultant with Bob Proctor, and still what I do to this day with my clients, I knew that if I had calendars, on Google Calendar, you see like those things I just showed you. If I had an appointment on my calendar, a sales meeting, that means I would have a prospect. That means that I would get paid, right? So to me, money equaled sales calls. So what I would do is I would visualize myself having a fully booked out calendar. Now I've talked about this in other videos before. I was doing hemisync. I was falling asleep to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Like there's a whole process. I'm not talking about that in this video. I've talked about it before. But what I did was 3 times a day, I would do these meditations of seeing myself fully booked out. And then what I would do is I wrote it on my goal card. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have clients that are fully that pay me in full and I'm fully booked out. I would see it in my mind. I would hold that feeling long enough, and then 7 to 10 days later, it actually happened. I fully booked out my calendar, and I went from literally $1,000 in my account to $100,000 in 17 days. Now you might be asking, DeAndre, how did you do it? What did you sell? Because this is like the how. Like when we were studying with Bob Proctor, we studied this article called entering into the spirit of it. So you're entering into the spirit of it or entering into the mechanism of it. So entering into the spirit of it is embodiment. It's a frequency. It's the feeling. It's like, fuck, dude, I don't even know what the hell I do most of the time. Even my first month on YouTube, I don't know what I was doing. Made $100,000 a month my first month on YouTube. I don't even know. I'm just high frequency. Let's go, you know? And I'm just like, I work with these spiritual laws. That's working with the spirit. And then there's working with a mechanism, which is like, okay, tell me step 1 and step 2, and what's my offer, and what's my ad, and what's this thumbnail, and all this shit, right? You're too like into the nitty gritty of it. And that's where a lot of you will get stuck. So here's what happened. I'm visualizing this 2 to 3 times a day with repetition, falling asleep, listening to Hemi sing, seeing myself fully booked out, exactly what Bob Proctor said in this video, right? And then 7 to 10 days later happens. Some guy randomly messages me. It came to me. I magnetized it to me. He messages me and say, hey, DeAndre, I heard you're doing, I hear you work with Bob Proctor. You're doing free podcasts. Why don't you come on my live podcast? I said, sure. We go on the live podcast, and literally it changed my life. I dropped my calendar link and I make $500,000 in 6 months. So that's what happened. So let's take the action step of what Bob Proctor said. Repetition. You're going to choose one action right now that you have in your business. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're a trader, you have some type of business or something like this, right? What's one action that you take that would imply that you're going to get money, right? So for example, let's just say you're coaching, consulting, or something like this. You're selling something like that. A sales appointment on your calendar, a sales meeting, whether it's a Zoom call, a phone call, or an in-person meeting, if you had appointments on your calendar, that means you're going to get paid. Does that make sense? So what we're going to do is we're going to visualize ourselves being fully booked out on our calendar and seeing ourselves taking the appointments and working with the client. That's what we're going to do. This is what I've done multiple times. Okay, let's just say you're a trader, because now I'm getting into trading. So what would it look like for us to imply that we are a successful trader? I don't have the answer for that because I'm still working on it, but like this is just an arbitrary question, right? What action can you take that when by doing it every single day, you're going to rewire your identity, your subconscious mind is going to start to fully work out for you? That's what I did. I applied it, and that's how you can do it to yourself. Go out there and make it happen. If you want help with this, you already know, first thing in the description below, I've worked with over 500 clients, helping them scale from 6 figures to the multi-6 and 7-figure level by reprogramming the subconscious mind to have more belief, have more purpose, make more profits, and become the best version of themselves so they can have the best business for themselves and live their dream life. It's your man. I'll see you in the next video.